so you can actually see me reading. And please, 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 please send me questions, any questions that you might have about the book reading, about the yoga classes on Thursdays that are free, about the healing chat sessions on Tuesday nights on Instagram, and the Friday interviews with angels, the professionals that help me along the road of recovery. On Monday, I released a reading that was the beginning of chapter 1, which is titled, Dear Son, Poverty is not living in a small house, it is living in a small world. And so I will continue where I left off, and that is at the top of page 8. Uncle Bobby, Robert Kirker, finally came one day to get Wally, picked him up, propped him on his shoulder, and said, "Come on, Walitas, we're going home." Wally scanned the room with his deep, dark brown eyes. He wanted to take it all in. He had a gut feeling he'd never return or ever want to come back. Even if Rosa had given him love as best she could, he was going home at last. Wally's mother got better for a little bit, and there were glimpses of hope she'd survive. Upon her return to California, she quickly had another son with a different man. But her disease lay latent, and a few days after giving birth, her little boy died. Shortly thereafter, she joined him in heaven. Little Wally served as an altar boy for the first time at his mother's funeral mass, along with his childhood friend, Frank Martinez. No one knows what happened to her baby boy's body. She was buried in an unmarked grave at Holy Sepulchre Cemetery in Orange, where Wally would one day be buried too. Daddy, what does it feel like to lose a mommy? Did you get to say goodbye? What memories did you hold on to when you missed her and cried? You knew she loved you dearly. You knew she walked with grace. You believed she did her best as a mother. Isn't that right? Please tell me, Daddy. I need to know. I am so scared. I feel so low. My son is scared, and he does not know the truth. Please tell me what to do to prevent a broken heart. And Daddy, oh Daddy, what is it like to lose a little brother too? Did you ever get to look in his eyes? Were they like yours are mine? Did you know that my son is a big brother now too? Did you visit him when he was so sad and blue? And what did they do with your little brother's body? Did they even let your mother say goodbye to her baby? Did they just throw it away like they did with mine? And Daddy, oh Daddy, are our baby's souls with you too? Eventually, Wally returned to the loving arms of his grandparents, Mama Candy, Predicanda Eliseo Serrano, and Papa Leandro, his step-grandfather from Zacatecas, Mexico. Mama Candy was born and raised in New Mexico of mixed Southwestern heritage. She had several children with Robert Kirker, including Robert Jr., Henry, and Oscar, who all served in the military and became Wally's treasured uncles. A very indigenous-looking woman, she somehow thought her lighter half-sister was more beautiful. But Mama Candy was indeed a beauty inside and out, with a gregarious sense of humor and sarcastic wit that lit up the room. Her homemade chili con carne and tortillas filled Wally's hungry tummy. I am blessed to have her stone corn grinder in my home today. Every day after school and during summer vacations, little Wally worked as a child laborer in the fields of Garden Grove, Fountain Valley, and Santa Ana. He'd hear stories and share conversation with Papa Leandro as they picked chili peppers, tomatoes, potatoes, and oranges. He felt mighty every time Papa Leandro gave in and pulled him high up onto the tractor's seat so he could hold the wheel a few seconds, every time pretending he ruled the land and was entering in a horse carriage. Papa Leandro was Wally's refuge and rock. He had 3 years of grade school, yet a mind of endless wisdom and a heart of gold. He gave meaning to the words respect and honesty. instilling in his boy the idea that maybe he could break through to the outside world. It wasn't because there wasn't a reason to leave. Rather, it was because there was something in Wally that the world needed to receive. Mientras yo pueda arrastrar por los files, mi hijo va a ir a la escuela, said Papa Leandro. Or, while I can slug through the fields, my son is going to school. The inspiration planted a tiny yet powerful seed in little Wally that eventually became a lush forest of inspirational words my father used in speeches to hopeful students later in life. Thank you, Papa Leandro. Thank you for being a mighty son and hero to my father. It is you who gave so much to his home within. It did not matter that the outside world perceived there was so little to give in an impoverished surrounding. Today, I hold snippets of Daddy so close to my heart. His handwritten notes on yellow pad pages, his tethered and torn old briefcase, the saved cards from admirers and cutout sayings, the folded pages of law books, and his fine black marker pens. They are all I have of him in finite form, but because of you, his words live on. So I'm going to end there. And thank you for letting me share, and thank you for coming and listening.